This week we have another double Parsha. As we count the days between Pesach and Shavuot, 7 full weeks, 49 days, Parshat Behar-Behukotai asks us to notice the same rhythm of 7 stretched across years. It speaks of 6 years of working the land and a 7th year of Shemittah when the land rests. And then 7 cycles of 7 years, 49 years, leading to the 50th year of Yovel. Parshat Behar even ends with Shabbat. Another 7. In Behukotai, 7 is raised as punishing sevenfold if the Israelites did not keep the commandments. The Torah is shaping a way of life in which time itself and numbers move in sacred cycles of effort and release, of building and then stepping back, of taking responsibility and now allowing space for renewal. Right inside this framework, the Torah turns from the land to the person standing next to us. If your kin, your brother, becomes poor, and his hand falters with you, you shall strengthen him, the stranger and the resident, and he shall live with you. These verses in Vayikra 25 give us the core command. When someone who is achicha, your brother, your kin, begins to sink right beside you, you're obligated to hold him up so that he can continue to live with you in dignity. Achicha is not just biology, it's covenant and proximity. Imcha means his crisis is not far away, it's happening in your field of vision, and therefore in your field of responsibility. The Sifra, a halachic midrash on Vayikra, takes the words v'chei achicha imach and pushes them to the edge. It imagines 2 people walking in the desert, 1 jug of water between them. If both drink, both will die. If one drinks, that one will live. Ben Torah teaches that they should both drink and die so that one doesn't have to see the other die, grounding this in v'chei achicha imcha. The Sifra here uses our pasuk to present Ben Torah's radical vision that loyalty to your brother can demand complete sharing of fate, even at the cost of your own survival. Then the same Sifra brings Rabbi Akiva, who reads the verse in the opposite way. He teaches, V'chei achicha imach, chayecha kodmim l'chayei chavecha. Your life comes before that of your father, of your friend. What Rabbi Akiva comes to say is that your brother is supposed to live with you, not separate from you. It's a binding command to live together. The Talmud in Bava Metzia 62a retells this desert story and shows how halacha follows Rabbi Akiva. It describes the 2 travelers, the single jug of water, Ben Torah's ruling that both drink and die so that neither sees the other's death, and then says that this was accepted until Rabbi Akiva came and taught that v'chei achicha imach means your life takes precedence. The Gemara in Bava Metzia 62a uses this case to fix the principle that as hard as it is, we're commanded first to live, to preserve our own lives, and from there to take responsibility to others. This brings us to a difficult truth. Protecting our own lives and the life of our community is not always as simple or emotionally comfortable. There are moments when saying, my life come first, feels selfish, and moments when saying, I need to prioritize my family, my inner circle, feels like a betrayal of the wider world. Yet these sources insist that this structure, self, then concentric circles outward, is itself a mitzvah. We're commanded to live, commanded to take care of ourselves and our closest people so that we can then genuinely take care of those further out. We can hear this pattern hinted at in our Parsha, Achicha, your brother, your kin, and Ger v'toshav, the stranger and resident living among you. The verse moves from the most intimate language of family to a slightly wider ring of people who are not exactly your own and yet close enough that their hand falters with you. The Torah's vision is that we care from the inside out, first ensuring that we ourselves are not collapsing, then our immediate kin, then those living with us, and from there extending outward. This is not about shutting others out. It's about building a strong enough core that our care can radiate outward without burning out. Rabbi David ben Shlomo ibn Zimra, the Radbaz, offers a living model of this kind of layered responsibility. He was born in Spain, serving as a rabbi in Fez, in the land of Israel, and in Cairo, where he became the Chacham Bashi, the chief rabbi of Egypt, for 40 years. Later, he moved to Jerusalem and then to Tzfat, and he died of old age. It notes that he helped unify diverse communities, opposed taking even minimal rabbinic salaries, worked for a fair distribution of taxes, and wrote nearly 3,000 responsa, crafted with brevity and great care because he knew how much they would shape the communal life. This biography presents the Radbaz as a leader whose sense of achicha extended over many circles, local Jews, immigrants, future generations, and who held all of that while maintaining his own integrity and principles. In one response of Noten Tam Nifgam, he carefully distinguishes between what is only permitted b'di'eved and what is permitted l'chatchila. What is the main thing we're supposed to be doing? You can't design your behavior relying on the leniencies. The Radbaz's response on Noten Tam Nifgam teaches that a life of mitzvot has to be structured honestly from the beginning, with integrity, not built on technical loopholes. Applied that to our question, that means we should not constantly shrink our sense of who counts as achicha just because it's easier. Nor should we constantly sacrifice ourselves beyond our limits and call it holiness. Both our self-care and our care for others need to be thought through lechatchila. So Behar-Behukotai, together with the Sifra, the Sugya and Bava Metzia, and the voice of Radbaz, invites us to a mature, layered way of living. We're commanded to live, to protect our own lives, even when that feels hard, to safeguard the strength of our closest circles. From there, we're commanded to let that strength overflow outwards to those who are truly achinu and amenu, our kin and our companions, imanu, whose hands are faltering next to us. It is challenging. It's often emotionally messy, but it's the path that Torah draws, a life where we do not abandon ourselves and we do not abandon each other, but instead learn to care from the inner circle outward so that we and those around us can truly v'chei achicha imach, live together.